Welcome back to APUSH in under 3 minutes. No time for intros, let's get into it. Welcome to the APUSH version of World War I. If you wonder why I have to preface that by saying APUSH version, it's because this war is technically mostly an aspect of European history. I mean, the war started in Europe, it mostly happened in Europe, and it ended in Europe. So from a US history perspective, I would personally love to go in and explain every tiny little battle and complexity of this war, but I can't. All I'm gonna do here is give you a little bit of context and explain the US side of things. So basically, by 1914, all these European powers had a bunch of weapons, they were all entangled in a bunch of alliances, and most of all, they were all pretty full of themselves. After some dude got assassinated, one country declared war on another country, which would cause a big domino reaction because of the alliances we talked about earlier, which is why my favorite historical newspaper has got to be this amazing one from The Onion. So anyway, this war happens for a while, and by 1916, the war stalemates into two big battles of trench warfare at Verdun and the Somme. But if you're wondering what the US is doing, basically nothing is the answer. The US wanted to maintain neutrality during this war. However, it still sent ships full of supplies to its allies. But then you see two big things happen. First is Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare kept sinking ships with Americans on them. The most famous of this was the sinking of the Lusitania. Then by 1917, after the sinking started up again, America got one more push to enter the war, the Zimmermann telegram. This was an encrypted message to Mexico from Germany intercepted by Britain. It basically tried to get Mexico to declare war on the US if the US entered the war. So this, plus the constant sinking of civilian ships, caused America to enter the war in April of 1917. Now I want you to understand, the American soldiers sent to Europe, known as the American Expeditionary Forces, played a relatively limited role in combat. That being said, this combined with constant American supplies allowed the war to tip in favor of the Allies, and eventually Germany would lose. This war would end with the Treaty of Versailles, and this will easily be probably one of the most biggest controversies in world history. This treaty will basically force all blame of the war on Germany and cause them to pay an insane amount of reparations. The US president at the time, Woodrow Wilson, also wanted to create a League of Nations to try and ally to make sure a war like this can never happen again. However, Wilson will fail to bring a Republican to the discussion, which will cause him to lose Republican support in Congress, and ironically, despite him coming up with the idea, Congress will choose for the US not to join the League of Nations. And just for numbers sakes here, about 20 million people died in World War I, and for reference, only about 100,000 will be from the US. On the screen now are AP style questions for this topic. Pause now. I'll put the answers on the screen now. I will see you in the next one.